What's going on, tubes? I want to talk about my homemade engine jackets, engine blankets, whatever you want to call them, that I make. I've made several of these now. They're fairly inexpensive to make and not that hard. You just got to do a little arts and crafts and be a little creative with it. People have always checked them out and said, "Oh, how do you do that?" And well, I'll give you a quick little tutorial here. It really isn't going to be a how-to. It's just what I use and how I go about doing it. So you're going to need some of this fire-resistant material right here. I get this from this Big Duck Canvas company. Industrial coated vinyl with fire retardant. This stuff is cheap. Like for I don't know, 20 bucks, I've made 3 of these things. And then you're going to need a grommet set. As you can see, got that pretty inexpensive. That thing's real easy to use. Just got a little anvil punch type setup. And then you're going to need some of these ball bungee cords, made in China, baby. Woo! Yeah, so these come in different lengths. They're real cheap and inexpensive. Again, you don't have to wrap a whole lot of money into these things, and they work pretty dang good. I mean, I'm not going to say anything bad about any of the companies that are making them. They make a really good product, but with some of these motorsports adventures, you got to kind of spread the money as thin as you can. And yeah, I mean, basically to start it, you kind of start in one corner, put an eyelet, and then just kind of work your way around. I sandwich it in between the skid plate. In these corners here, I'll basically fold the corner up and put an eyelet here. And I'll show you the other side here. The other side kind of folds around. I thought about making a panel to go here, but for maybe extreme cold days or something. But we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. I'm running a FMF. So this is a 300 TPI bike. And I'll tell you, my brief experience with this is my first season on it, is these bikes definitely like the warmth. They want to be warm. You don't want to run these things in really cold. I basically, my first ride, I ran it without this engine jacket, and this bike was not happy. So I think once I put the engine jacket installed, the thing's going to really hold heat a lot better. It basically had turned into an icicle before. But I got the FMF fatty pipe. That's all heat wrapped with the P3 carbon guard. It's a pretty good combo right there. I got the bulletproof radiator guards. One side I got blocked off. That's one of my wife's old cutting boards right there. A couple other things. Let's see. It's got full C3 thermostat kit. And with the Trail Tack thermometer plumbed in. Another thing I did, I put this second thermometer on the top of the radiator, and you're like, well, why do you want 2? Don't they read the same? Well, they don't. See, this thermometer is reading the thermostat side of the engine, so it's reading the coolant that's coming off the engine, recirculating through the engine. This is reading the coolant that's going through the radiator, so you basically can see what type of heat load is going onto your radiator, and then you can kind of adjust your cooling from there. I got some plastic pieces that I can put in front of this radiator if I want to block off both of them. The other day I was riding, it was a 0-degree day. This was at 140. This was at 50 degrees. There's barely any coolant or barely any heat being retained in that radiator at all. So I put that second piece of plastic in, and that kind of helped out quite a bit. But yeah, on these TPIs, you definitely want one of these engine jackets. If not, pretty much all snow bikes. I mean, that's my opinion anyways. Unless you're running it on a spring day or that really doesn't matter. Keeping the heat isn't much of a thing. But anyways, if you're going to do one of these, good luck to you. Enjoy the season.